The campaign of the week, Under Armour, Rule Yourself, Michael Phelps. If you haven't seen this campaign, well, 3.8 million people have as of today. 1,198 comments, 24,000 likes, and only 427 dislikes. So on the surface, it looks like a great campaign, right? So what I loved about this campaign is they used a YouTube video to promote the campaign. The video was excellent, it was heartfelt, it was emotional, and I know the audience connected with it. And at the end was a call to action that takes you to a microsite. When you get to the microsite, the slogan, "It's what you do in the dark that puts you in the light." Now there's a lot of jokes here, but I'll refrain. The microsite is rich with information, it's well done, breaks down into activity, fitness, nutrition, and sleep. Those are all areas where an athlete should focus. Under Armour takes it a step further though and provides quality and usable content for each of those areas. I've even pinned a few recipes that I liked in the nutrition section. Of course, the microsite also offers plenty of opportunity to shop for Under Armour gear, but funny enough, it doesn't offer any swimwear gear that Phelps would wear. They don't sell swimwear. As for the overall narrative of the campaign and how we rank it, I brought Deb Lavoy in to rate the campaign according to her Narrative Builder Strength Assessment. You could see the link here and learn more. According to Lavoy, a narrative is the basis of many stories you need to tell your customers, prospects, and employees. So under that definition, Lavoy has 5 primary criteria. The first is presentation. How well is the narrative presented? Can I find it, follow it? Do I want to? Her second criteria is clarity. How easy is it to understand? This can be a key issue in complex or technical narratives when we're talking about campaigns. 3 is resonance. Does this make me feel something? Does it make sense? Does it have supporting evidence? Her 4th criteria is shareability. If I see it and I get it, can I explain it to someone else? Do you encourage me to do that if you're the brand that's putting this out there? 5th is organization. This measures how well your organization is managing its narrative internally. We have no inside knowledge of the campaign, so we will skip this criteria in Lavoy's assessments. So on to the Phelps Under Armour campaign. How did they fare? Here's Lavoie's scorecard. She gives the campaign's narrative a 22 out of 32, which is good, but not great. On presentation, Lavoie gives it a 6 out of 8, which is pretty good. Clarity, another 6 out of 8. On resonance, a perfect score, 8 out of 8. But on shareability, only a 3 out of 8. It's not easy to share this particular campaign. So I've also asked Michael Lieberman of Multivariate Solutions for his analytical assessment of this campaign. And this is what he has to say about it.
Thanks, Mark. Looking at the Twitter graph behind me, the first thing I would say is when we looked for the hashtag Rule Yourself, out of 10,000 tweets, we found about 1,100 mentions, which is a penetration of about 11%. By comparison, if we're looking at a major brand, for example, Under Armour, over 10,000 tweets, we're probably going to find around 80,000 or about an 80% penetration. So my first comment is that the Rule Yourself hashtag does not have a good Twitter penetration. Regarding the spot itself, I would say this. It does connect to the consumer because really, who can't feel for Michael Phelps? However, I felt that the ad was selling more the Under Armour brand image without including a product. And normally, companies like Under Armour or Nike or other companies will sell their image and a product together. Moreover, the ad is not simple to explain. If someone were to ask me to explain in a sentence or two what the ad said, it would be difficult for me. I would say, keep swimming.
In summary, for me, the campaign scored high on the emotional level as evidenced by the engagement on the video. You can see for yourself. It also scored high for including multiple calls to action that fit the narrative on the microsite. They do a great job of weaving it in. I, however, would have added more calls to action in the show notes of the video. I think it's a miss. It's not a huge miss. But overall, Under Armour does a good job of mixing advertising with the story. I give this campaign as a marketer an 8 out of 10 because it misses with Phelps and swimwear. They don't sell swimwear. And it should have had more opportunity to include the user in the storylines. I would have had interactive elements. I would have engaged the user a lot more instead of just allowing them to observe it. So overall, we'd love to give it a gold medal, but they're going to have to settle for a silver medal for this campaign.